Let's take you straight to our top story now. And a knife attack at a mosque in Malmesbury in the Western Cape has left 2 worshippers dead. They were apparently attacked while in a state of itikaf, or religious solitude. Police say an officer responding to the incident shot dead 1 suspect. 3 others, including a police officer, were injured in the incident. Our reporter, Arti Mtungana, is in Malmesbury. She joins us now live with the very latest. Arti, you spoke to police just a little earlier on channel. They were reluctant to reveal any kind of major details related to the case. Of course, investigation still at its very early stages.
That's correct, Michelle. And in fact, right now we're standing at the scene where behind us the suspect's body still lays there following that tragic incident that happened this morning. I'm just throw straight to the President of the Judicial Council, which has been urging people not to speculate around the motive behind this incident. A very good morning to you, and thank you so much for joining us. A very somber atmosphere here in Malmesbury following this very tragic incident. Take us back to when it happened and how it happened earlier this morning.
Oh, good day and good morning to all our viewers. Obviously, we note that we are in the final hours of the holy month of Ramadan, and to have experienced a situation like this, obviously it affects us all very tremendously. But in spite of all that, we still ask our people, call our people for calmness, and let the police do its work. The motives of the killing are acceptable, but we don't know what the motives are until the police come out with the information and the investigations.
The suspect is still laying there behind us. Do you perhaps have an idea whether he was a member of this mosque? We do know that from the police that he was a Somali national.
Even though he's a Somali nationality, I wouldn't know if he's a member of this community or not, but according to information, he's not a regular attendant here. But whatever it may be, we as a Muslim Judicial Council have a very good relationship with the Somali community. When everyone needs to speak to them about matters, we call on them, they would come to us, and whenever they need assistance, we are there. We helped them at a time when Somalia was in drought. We took assistance and we took aid to Somalia. I personally was involved with that convoy to take aid to Somalia. So, and that, we build a lot of respect between us and the Somalian community. So there's nothing really underlying fact that we can say there is something going on between us and the Somali community. We work with them well, we have a good relationship with them, and we maintain that relationship all the years, and we want to maintain that relationship with the future also. But they are a very respectable community, very hardworking community, and whenever the need is for help and assistance, they stand with us all the time.
Now, before I let you go, will you be meeting with some of the leaders of the Muslim community, and also will you be helping police in determining the cause behind this incident?
It is so important to work closely with the police. Whenever crime exists, we need to keep the police informed if we have any information. That's why we're calling on all people in the verum issue. If any person has any information leading to the suspect or leading to what is happening, they must inform the police. That's always our call. So that is a call to all South Africans. There's a cooperation we need to have and a trust we need to have in our South African police services. And I fully support that. But at the moment, the motives are unclear. Wait for the police for their investigation and come back to us on that.
Would you say this incident is similar to the one in KZN?
Well, if you look at I don't want to make a comment on that. I'm going to commit myself. But it seems to us, there's a similarity in the killing. Seems to us. We're not saying it is, but it seems to us. And I don't want to commit myself any further on that.
All right, thank you very much for your time. I'm also going to ask now Faiz Jacobs from the ANC in the province, who said to us that there is word from the president about this incident. Now I'm just going to ask him about what President Ramaphosa has said about this very tragic incident.
Yes, this morning Ibrahim, on our way to Malmesbury, we received a call from the state president. He did express his concern. He wanted to understand what had happened. It was all sketchy for us, so we, with our brothers from the Muslim Judicial Council, we made sense of it. And the president, on behalf of the government, is expressing our sincere condolences to the Muslim community, but also the entire community of Malmesbury on this senseless killing. I think the president has expressed his concerns. He has assured us that our communities, our places of worship must be sacred, must be kept safe. So the police and certainly the security will do everything in their power to get to the bottom of this. I think for us, we're just trying to make sense of this. I think for us, we are expressing human solidarity to the brothers and the family and the loved ones that lost their partners. You wouldn't expect an incident like this when people are devoting their time in prayer and silent meditation to have an incident like this. So we are concerned about it, but we're also appealing and we're calling on calm. We're calling on acceptance. We're calling on tolerance. We've seen the virulent incident, and we see there's it might be a similar copycat method of attack. We don't want to speculate, but we are calling for tolerance. We're calling for peace, especially amongst Muslim communities. Tomorrow is the sacred day of Eid for Muslims, and so there will be many of the Muslims going to prayers, and we want to ensure that our prayer, our Eids are secure so that we can enjoy the festivities with our family and loved ones in relatively safety. So we are going to call on the authorities to beef up the security especially on the mosques, but all places of worship.
You managed to speak to the family members of the deceased, and according to my understanding, you also spoke to someone that was also injured in this incident. Can you tell us about how they're doing? We know that as a family, they're obviously not in a state where they can speak to the media, but you were able to speak to them. What kind of state are they in right now, and what have they said to you as community leaders?
Well, I can confirm that those who are injured, they are doing well, very traumatized, and the one is the son of the deceased person who has been killed in the mosque, and the other is the local imam of the community that has been doing extremely well for the community here, and we pray for their full recovery and speedily recovery. And they are going to be playing an important role in the process of investigation and the information that they will be able to be sharing with SEPs to unfold and unravel the crime that has taken place. I would like to just add further, as my president has said earlier, the places of worship of all communities are places of sanctity. It must be places where people feel safe, where they can be able to do their necessary worshipping, and it is a state of spirituality. In the darkness of this night, and when the sun is about to set on this blessed month of Ramadan, South Africa and South African community and the South African Muslim communities has experienced something of this kind that has never happened. And therefore, it is understood that whilst our people are sad and grieved, we are calling for calm, because our authorities, and South Africa is a beautiful country. We're part of the makeup here. We're part of the people that has built this country. And so we are wanting to ensure that there's not only peace, but also security and stability on behalf of the president of the MGC to lead that. And therefore we call for tolerance in our communities.
The survivors, the two survivors, before I let you go, are they in hospital or are they discharged?
Well, they have been discharged now, for now, but obviously we have met with the one. We will be meeting soon with the imam of the community.
All right.
Maybe just to add, we just heard word that the president have dispatched the deputy minister of police, so he will also be here presently, and we will also join in the funeral arrangements. As you know, in the Muslim culture, burials are done immediately, so we anticipate a big outcome to show our solidarity and support to the family and friends of Muslims in Malmesbury.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, Michelle, it is quite clear that this incident here has shaken this community of Malmesbury. The two survivors will be very crucial in this incident in terms of giving information to the police as to how it actually happened and why the men laying behind us decided to stab the two people that died this morning inside that mosque.
Yeah, absolutely. Very tragic story there. ANCA's Atiam Tungana getting all the very latest reaction from the stakeholders and the role players in that incident. Two people, two worshippers left dead, and a stabbing incident at the Malmesbury Mosque in the Western Cape.